And then that same problem kind of carries over in this whole idea of him trying to flip Hellboy's allegiance, where he releases the forest elemental in the city and it starts rampaging and killing people. And then he has this impassioned speech about Hellboy could be a king and he's serving the wrong people. And if you kill this forest god, the world will never see another one like it. But you unleash this thing in the middle of a city where it would kill people. Mm-hmm. Like, you've made it a target, and it's not humans' fault if they try to protect themselves, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I thought this whole scenario just made zero sense. Especially since it's supposed to be, like, if you watch that scene where Hellboy is on the ledge holding the human baby and Nuada is trying to convince him, while at the same time, so Nuada is whispering in his one ear while Johann is yelling in his other ear to shoot the forest god. And that is supposed to be some big dilemma. And it just didn't, like, that should be the payoff to a movie's worth of build-up, to show the two arguments or the two sides of that argument. And to show why Hellboy is elite, like why Hellboy has one foot in each world and stuff like that. And that is all completely missing, I thought.
I was going to say, it's funny you say that, because when they did release the Elemental kind of God or whatever it was, I did feel like this is probably like the final like battle that should be happening in the movie, but it seemed it was happening like in the middle of the movie. And I was a bit like, okay, this... Obviously, I think you added like some good context to it, but I remember like watching it feeling like it seems like it's coming a little bit too early in the movie for sort of what we're watching at the moment.
I think it's okay if that is kind of the pivotal moment where Hellboy has to make the decision, and then the big climax is defeating the prince, like, which is kind of what happened. But yeah, that seems like it should be like the big culmination of Hellboy's story, right? Mm-hmm. Where he has to make a decision, and whichever sides he picks, that side wins, and that's either humanity or it's the monsters. Yeah, I just didn't buy it. I think for something, especially since you're doing this beat again, like, he's already rejected his nature as a devil in the first movie, right? So I didn't understand why he's again tempted, right? What exactly has the BPRD done that they didn't do to him in the first movie? Like, in the first movie, they treat him like a monster, they lock him up in a vault, they just use him as a weapon to be pointed at something dangerous, but he still chooses humanity, right? Mm-hmm. And I just didn't see at all in this movie why he was at that point again.
Personally, for me, I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I just don't think the temptation was great enough. That's why I feel like it was underwhelming, because it was like, okay, if there was a greater temptation when it comes to showing why it's better for you to be on the sides of the monsters or of the human, then I wouldn't have had an issue with that. It's just there was only one scene where there was temptation, where obviously he was against the freaking monster. I don't know what the hell that monster was, but where he was holding the baby with a tail in that scene. So I was like, okay, cool. And obviously seeing how the people reacted to him, I was like, all right, fine. It's just that one bit of temptation, and then that's it. So I was like, damn, like, there wasn't any build up. There wasn't more build up to it. There was nothing. There was just that one scene that was supposed to be,
When they go to the troll market, or kind of like the monster market, or whatever it was, is that like Hellboy's like first time kind of like seeing that many different like monsters, kind of just like living life and kind of like going about their day to day? And I can't remember whether he was like kind of like shocked or surprised by it or whatever, but I feel like that would have been like a pivotal moment to kind of see the kind of like juxtaposition, or the two different sides, how like maybe the humans are living a certain way, they kind of like live in this kind of above the surface, they like have abundance, they have whatever, and then they maybe show kind of like the monsters who are a little bit more downtrodden, who are kind of have to like scrape to get by. But I can't remember that maybe too well, so I don't know if you can kind of like add a little more context for me.
Like, within the context of the two movies, I think it's the first time he's seen monsters that aren't his friends, or that aren't some danger that needs to be killed. Yeah. I think it might be that he's usually around humans enough that is novelty for him, but I didn't think that was shown in the movie. Like, it's not like he immediately starts picking fights with people, right? Even to the point where one of them just dies in a gruesome way by being dragged into these two rolling grinders, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And that was the henchman of Nuada, but so there was a reason for that fight. But he immediately starts picking fights, right? And he's not in awe. He's not doubting himself. He's not like, that would have had to be in the movie if that was the point.